So we'll discuss the illustration of DPSK. Consider an input binary sequence that's denoted by B of k, that is 1 0 0 and 1 0 0 and 1 1. So this is the input bit what we are using, that is B of k, that is binary sequence, and differentially encoded sequence of this by using these two rules, that is rule number 1 and rule number 2. If the new bit is at the transmitter input is 1, leave differentially encoded symbol unchanged. If it is 0, then unchange the symbol with respect to the current. So looking at these 2 points, so here let consider that the transmitted or the input signal is 1 0 0 and 1 0 0 1 1. That is first row, and from this we are deriving the differentially encoded sequence, that is D of k we are deriving. So first bit we take as a reference bit according to the discussion. Next transmitted bit is 1, we have written as it is. Next 0 we have received, 0 we have received. Next bit is 0, again it is 0. Once if you received the 0, we have to change the next bit, so it will become 0 become 1. Next bit I have received 1, write as it is. Next I have received 0, write 0 as it is. But again I am receiving 0, but I have to change it. Whenever you receive 0, next bit should be changed, right? Again that is changed. Again 1 as it is and 1 as it is. So from this we have converted that B of k to D of k by changing, by receiving 1 bit and taking a reference bit as a 1. Then the differentially encoded process starts with the reference bit 1. Let D of k denote the differentially encoded sequence starting in this manner, and D of k minus 1 denote the delayed version of the 1 bit. So looking at the D of k minus 1 is the here reference, it is delayed by one bit reference, 1 bit from the D of k. So it is here 1 bit is deleted at the last bit from this D of k. So we'll get the upper sequence that is denoted in row 2, 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1, right? Then if you do the complement of a modulo 2 sum, the complement of the modulo 2 sum of B of k and dk of minus 1 defines the desired D of k illustrated in the top 3 rows of this table. So after doing this, do the modulo 2 operation of B of k and D of k minus 1. 1 1 is 0, then complement of that is 1. So we are taking complement of modulo 2 sum of above 2 rows. The complement of 2 sum is nothing but XOR operation, that is 1 1 is 0, the complement of 0 is 1, 0 1 is 1, and the complement of 1 is 0. So exactly we are taking here XOR operation, and last row represents the phase shift with respect to the bit changes. If 1 is transmitted, there is no phase change, it unchanged. When 0 is transmitted, that is 180-degree phase shift will be there. So next we'll move to the error probability of DPSK. Basically DPSK is also an example of non-coherent orthogonal modulation when its behavior is considered over successive 2-bit intervals, that is t is greater than 0 or equal to 0 or less than equal to 2 times of TB. To elaborate, let the transmitted DPSK signal is equal to square root of 2 EB by TB into cos 2 pi of FC of t we take for the first bit, and for the interval of 0 to TB where there is corresponding symbol 1, and suppose the input symbol for the second bit of interval TB to 2 TB is also a symbol for 1. According to the part of 1 of the DPSK encoding rule, the carrier phase remains unchanged, thereby yielding a DPSK signal that is S1 of t is equal to square root of 2 EB by TB cos of 2 pi FC of t for symbol 1 transmission, that is bit 1 transmission, and time period for symbol 0 transmission is starts from TB to T to 2 TB for S1 of t and S2 of t is shown here. And phase according to this, suppose the signaling over the 2-bit interval changes such that the symbol at the transmitted input for the second bit interval is t is greater than tb or less than 2 TB is 0, then according to the part 2 of the DPSK encoding rule, that carrier phase shift is used by pi radians or it is 180 degree, thereby reading a new DPSK signal. First we do the encoding and then we go for the PSK signaling. From output from the PSK signaling, uh, we PSK signal, that is S2 of t, we have these two signals, that is square root of 2 EB by TB cos of 2 by FC of t and square root of 2 EB by TB cos of 2 FC of t plus y, when symbol 1 for this and symbol 1 for this, symbol 0 for this. Suppose uh, bit error rate for or probability of error for the DPSK based on the received signal is given by probability of error of DPSK is equal to 1 divided by exponential of minus EB by n naught. Here we are not doing derivation part derivation is not there for syllabus. It is almost same as the PSK derivation, that again it will come and with this. So therefore we'll go to the next, that is generation of DPSK signal. For generating the DPSK signal, we have two functional blocks, that they are the logic network and 1-bit delay storage is required element, which are interconnected so as to convert the raw input binary sequence B of k into the differentially encoded sequence D of k, and binary PSK modulator, the output of which is the desired DPSK. The block diagram of this is shown here, and then for generation of DPSK signal consists a logic network and delay bit, and how one illustration we have discussed. According to that, this will be generating the DPSK signal. And PSK binary PSK modulator, already we have studied only the encoding part, that is the first operation of PSK is encoding, then it will become differential encoding, then it will become DPSK signaling. This shows the signal space diagram of received signal of DPSK. Then next we'll move to the block diagram of DPSK receiver. Uh, Thus the optimum receiver for the detection of binary DPSK is shown here, the formulation of which follows the directly from the binary hypothesis test. This implementation is simple in that the merely we require the sample values be stored, then optimum receivers because of two reasons, that is, in structural terms the receiver avoids the use of fancy delay lines that could be needed otherwise. In operational terms, the receiver makes the decoding analysis straightforward to handle, in that two signals to be considered are orthogonal over the interval of 0 to 2 TB in accordance with the discussion. And here we are using two integrators and phase shift between 90 degree phase shift between that is carrier signals, that is cos of 2 pi FC and sin of 2 pi FC of theta, and also we have introduced a delay of 1 bit at the second stage, and decision uh, device will be there, say one if according to the reception x of t, if it is greater than 1 we say it is a bit 1 is received. If it is less than 0, then we say the bit is 0 and threshold is used is 0. And here it completes the module 3, that is signaling over AWGN channels, and module 2 and module 3 are completely linked with each other. So more discussion we do in module 2 about theoretical concept and all. Here we go with some derivations part and block diagram analysis and what are the blocks used, and that we have discussed here. And one more thing, the problems on this one problem. So when we go through the question papers, there is no much problems they have asked on this module. 1 2 3 2 problems we will solve according to the question paper what they have solved, and in next class we'll do that and we'll finish it. Thank you one and all.